I was an angry teenager. Like most people when they were 15, I was trying to find my way in life. I was trying to figure out who I was and who I wanted to become. I grew up in a loving house with a gentle upbringing and intelligent parents. I was a shy kid, but a happy one. But somewhere along the way, just after I started secondary school, I started to lose myself down a dark path. I can't exactly pinpoint when my life started to bend out of shape, but looking back, I can definitely see what kind of person I was turning into. Anyway, this is a channel dedicated to my love of film, video games, and art in general. So, in my classic fashion, I'd like to tell you a story about my life structured around a video essay. Three characters who became shadows of their former selves, wrapped up in resentment and hatred, just like I was, and how they decided to look inwards and change, just like I did. So, this video will deal with some heavy topics: trauma, violence, and mental health. But don't worry, it does have a happy ending. Let's begin with the spiritual predecessor of sorts to my video essay, Introverts and the Fear of Human Connection. In that video, I broke down Joel Miller's emotional character arc through the lens of his avoidance of human connection. At the end of Last of Us Part 1, Joel has processed a lot of his trauma and felt the light return to his life. But he was hiding an enormous secret, and now Ellie mistrusts him and seeks answers. What really happened back at that hospital? But Ellie's search for clarity will end up sending her down a very dark path. For now, let's catch up with Joel and Ellie, just a short while after Part 1's ending and their arrival in Jackson. Well, to start off, we see that Ellie has already sought out her own space, choosing to live in Joel's backyard. Sure, she's growing up and probably wants her own space. We all did at 14 and 15. But this runs a little deeper. She ended Last of Us Part 1 accepting Joel's lie and accepting the truth that he did lie. And now, space between them is what she needs to really come to terms with this rift that is forming in their relationship. So late one night, Joel comes along with an icebreaker and a peace offering.
Jesus. This gave me a heart attack.
I tried knocking, but...
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, Joel?
Just checking in. Folks are, talking about how impressed they are with you and how well you're helping out.
It's good.
Yeah.
The awkward tension is palpable. Joel doesn't do emotion very well, and Ellie isn't even ready to start unpacking everything. He's also not the best at talking to teenage girls. Sarah was 12 when she died. Ellie being almost 15 is all new territory for him as a father. So he's a little unsure of how best to come at this conversation. So he extends an olive branch and sings for her. You can really see that Ellie understands and feels the weight of this moment, what it means for him to be so vulnerable like this, and choosing to do it for her of all people. He's choosing to be a gentle parent, vowing to be different than his own father. He fills the room with the most beautiful voice to ever come out of Texas, and the last time this tough guy ever sang was probably while rocking baby Sarah to sleep.
There you go.
Well, that didn't suck.
I'll take what I can get. She's yours.
No. No. I don't know the first thing about
I
this.
promised that I'd teach you how to play.
You did.
That mere mention of a time before his lies washes a chill over her body and the entire scene. He leaves, remembering the joke, and just for a moment, hesitating. There's so much more to say. But he leaves her in peace, and Ellie strums a single note on the guitar, literally setting the tone for the entire game going forward, as the title card drops. So, with the tone set, let's continue. And don't worry, I'm only breaking down the essential scenes. Much like the Better Call Saul section of No Respect for the Dead, when I said that I could talk about it for 8 hours if nobody stopped me, well, if I said everything I wanted to say about Last of Us Part 2, this video would probably be about 12 hours long. This video, including Part 2 and 3, is about those who go down dark paths, like I did once upon a time, and how they were redeemed, like I was. Or at least I hope you agree that I was. Let's carry on with Last of Us 2, and with Joel and Ellie. We next catch up with Ellie on her 15th birthday. Still practicing guitar, and Joel has prepared a gift for her. At least for now, Ellie is still a goofy old self, now cracking jokes with a much less grumpy Joel.
See it? Just through there, look.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah?
Looks like...
Maybe it's just her trying to look past that underlying feeling that he's hiding something. Or perhaps it's just the spectacle of the whole day. She still does love him, after all.
We're here.
Oh my god, it is a dinosaur!
Yeah, it is.
Joel!
Surprise.
Holy shit.
We and Joel know that Ellie loves space, and the space-themed section of the museum obviously sends her crazy, and she nerds out over all of the awesome stuff there for her to play with. I mean, there's nobody to tell you not to touch anything.
But now, hold on just a minute. We're going into space. You're gonna need a helmet.
Oh, right. What was I thinking?
Anyone who knows this scene knows that it's a tearjerker. The one thing she always wanted to be was an astronaut. But alas, she was born too late, and now just has to use her imagination and pretend that she doesn't live in a broken world. Luckily, Ellie has an incredible audible and visual imagination. I'm sure that that won't have any negative unintended consequences in the future. So Joel's birthday gift has gone off without a hitch so far. But she obviously wants to keep going into the part of the museum that he hasn't explored. The unexplored section of the museum probably should have been left alone, with its gloomy halls filled with symbolism and foreshadowing.
Ooh. Stay strong, buddy.
Ellie comes across the ramblings of a seemingly crazy, disgruntled follower of some cause that clearly didn't live up to its hopeful vision.
This guy needed a hug. Stupid fake animals. Shit. I'm in here!
Hell was it?
It's just some animal.
Her previously flawless birthday filled with peace and fun, now shrouded in the darkness of Joel's enduring lie about the Fireflies and their destruction.
Can't I just get her a gift and be done with it? I know, she wants an apology. Ellie. Ellie.
Huh?
Are you with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
We next catch up with Ellie as an older teen out on patrol with Tommy. The opening of this scene shows Ellie's tendency to completely disassociate when she's stressed, with that overwhelming ringing in her ears. Obviously, this sound effect used throughout the game is used effectively to convey stress and panic. But it also works perfectly as an audible representation of how it feels to sink into your own head when you're overwhelmingly stressed. Me personally, I have tinnitus, and if I'm ever experiencing stress so bad that it makes me disassociate, it basically sounds like that. Anyway, she's clearly off in another world, sinking inside herself, not knowing how to process how she feels about this enduring mystery of the Fireflies' failure to create a vaccine from her immunity. Tommy practically begs Ellie to go and talk to his brother, as he's probably getting an earful from a frustrated Joel. At this point, Ellie is almost completely ignoring him.
I'm not supposed to say anything, but Joel's worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm sure there isn't. But if you don't talk to him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I'd talk to him.
Well, you have to do more than hi and bye.
Okay, I will try.
One of the saddest things about this scene is that Tommy knows what really happened, and the two brothers are trying to treat Ellie like she isn't as smart as she actually is.
I see you haven't gotten around to changing the string yet.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Yeah, we'll get you some new ones.
Well, there's that music store down there. I bet they got guitar stuff. I mean, that area's long overdue for a sweep anyway. I'd keep watch.
What do you say, kiddo?
Sure.
And that's our cue.
So, with Tommy setting up personal time between the two, Ellie begrudgingly accepts, and what follows is a slightly tense patrol with awkward banter, catch-up sessions, and Joel trying to relate with her, with mixed results.
Jesse and Dina are gonna lose their shit when they hear about this.
Let's deal with them two anyway. They're dating, right?
On and off. Why?
I hear the way Jesse talks about you.
No, Jesse and I are just friends.
No, I've got a pretty keen eye for these sort of things.
Not so keen with this one.
We'll see.
Don't hold your breath.
At the end of their detour through an infested hotel, they come across two bodies.
Hey, Joel.
Huh?
I think it's them. The couple that ran away last year.
I think you're right.
Jackson is a wonderful place, but we got tired of hearing the stories of people suffering everywhere else. We wanted to save lives. We had good intentions. We didn't make it an hour before running into a horde. Now we're bitten. We've decided we're gonna end our lives instead of turning. Please tell our family and friends that we're sorry. Love, Adam and Sydney. I shot her. I can't take my own life. I'm a fucking coward. Adam.
Jesus.
Only they were immune, right?
Ellie plucks up the courage to confront who is essentially her dad on what he's really been hiding. Being her father figure, Joel feels in this moment that he has the authority to completely shut her down and treat her like any other teenager speaking out of line.
You said there were dozens of people like me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they told me.
I've never met another immune person before. Have you?
I could be hiding it. You do.
Do you believe that?
Is now really the time for this?
We traveled across the entire country to bring me to the Fireflies. I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I was still unconscious?
Because I let them run their tests. And when I saw that they were useless, I got us out of there.
How do you know they were useless? Maybe if you just would have given them more time, they could have figured something out.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't.
And of course, we know, Joel knows, that Ellie's right. Feeling an ever-growing sense of betrayal being hidden under the surface, she later decides to sneak out of Jackson with the stolen horse and heads to Salt Lake City herself in search of answers. The growing darkness is becoming ever-present. With every year that Ellie grows older, her autonomy is revealing dark truths and harsh realities about the world that she lives in and her found family.
Most people have left already. I don't know which group I'm gonna join. I was one of the ones that wanted to go after the smuggler and the girl. They said, even if we found her or by some miracle found someone else that's immune, it'd make no difference. Because the only person who could develop a vaccine is dead. Tell me, what happened here? If you lie to me one more time, I'm gone. You will never see me again. Just say it. Joel.
Making a vaccine would have killed you. So I stopped them.
Even the strongest people out there let guilt control their entire lives. Imagine thinking your gift could be the end of the world's suffering. And then in this moment, it feels like all these people who succumbed to the infection, Riley, Tess, Sam, the entire world, died for nothing. At least it feels like that in Ellie's eyes in this moment.
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
the other option?
Go back to Tommy's. Just be done with this whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
This moment would be the last time they properly speak for an entire 2 years. As Ellie is transforming into an adult, she feels alone, seeking companionship from friends and romantic partners, but so clearly missing that family connection in her life. We next catch up with Ellie at the New Year's dance. Stood alone, she's quickly joined by the level-headed Jesse. He's the perfect friend you want around, somebody to ground you and keep your head in the game. But this whole time, Ellie's been eyeing up Dina, recently split from Jesse. Dina and Ellie, who are clearly already quite close, share a kiss, but not before they're interrupted by...
Hey! It's a family event.
Sorry.
Remember next time there's kids around.
Yeah, like you're setting such a great example.
Oh, just what this town needs. Another loudmouth dyke.
The fuck did you just say? Ellie,
Hey!
Ellie, don't.
Get the hell out of here.
Get your hands off me.
Hey! Enough.
Come on, you. Let's go for a walk.
What about them?
You worry about yourself.
Let's get you some fresh air.
You all right, kiddo?
What is wrong with you?
He had no right.
And you do? I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Okay, obviously, barging in and making the scene that's already brewing even worse is not the right thing to do. It's embarrassing and just heats up the entire situation. But so does blowing up at Joel in front of everyone. These are decisions that humans make in the heat of emotion. It's hard to know if you're doing the right thing when you're in the middle of it. It's only time and reflection that can teach you how you should have reacted. Hindsight, after all, is 20/20. And reflecting on the past and realizing where you went wrong is an integral theme in The Last of Us Part 2. So after cooling down, Ellie decides it's time to break the ice. 2 years of resentment and no contact isn't getting them anywhere. They both love and care about each other so much, but Ellie has a valid reason for her emotion and her actions, and arguably Joel did too. He made a promise to himself that he would never let any harm come to her after being given another chance to be a father again. Any human being would do the exact same thing. Any parent would. Even though that, yes, it was a selfish choice. Do you doom the world to save your daughter? Now, we can talk forever about whether making a vaccine would have even worked. But in principle, Ellie's right to choose was taken away. By Joel, and by the Fireflies too. This is a world of people making selfish decisions to do what they believe is right. Or to protect people they care about. And with 2 years of ruminating, she finally accepts that we are all human beings. And putting herself in his shoes, she might have done the same.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
just... I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
The next day, Ellie wakes up probably feeling better than she has done for the past 2 years. She's gone through what every young adult goes through. That being realizing that your parents are human too, and they can be selfish and make mistakes just like anyone else. A new life begins today. One of clarity and freedom. She's allowed herself to process her feelings with Joel. And now it also looks like she might have a romance coming in the near future.
You kissed Dina?
Oh. I thought this...
We're broken up 1 week and you make a move on my girl?
No. She was probably just trying to make you jealous. I would never... Oh, fuck, this is awkward.
I'm messing with you, man. I don't care. Get dressed.
You're the worst.
It's kind of fucked up you did that.
Hey, is Joel up?
You got reports of infected out north. You sent him and Tommy out early to scout.
That sucks.
Yep. Can't imagine they got much sleep. Definitely not as much as you.
Shut up.
Ellie's patrol with Dina goes well. They're bonding, talking about the past and the future.
What are you doing tonight?
I was thinking of inviting Joel to watch a movie.
Oh. You guys good?
Yeah.
But the reports were right. Infected are moving around up here. And in big numbers. A blizzard forces Dina and Ellie indoors. Right into a hideout of an old friend of theirs, Eugene. Pawn collector, weed farmer, and former Firefly.
He was a Firefly?
He served with Tommy.
Notice how Ellie's reaction to seeing the Firefly logo has changed considerably since her completely freezing up on her 15th birthday. She's come a long way after dealing with the trauma and confusion about her place in the Firefly's destruction, and her place in the world. After a cozy night in of smoking weed and bonding, Ellie takes a massive risk. She's clearly a bit of a hopeless romantic and reveals to Dina that she's immune.
I got jumped by an infected when I was 14. And turns out I'm immune, so it healed with a ring of fucked up teeth marks and cysts and... Ow!
Fuck you.
Dina is rightly calling bullshit. The notion that you can't be infected by the virus that wiped out humanity as we know it is probably really offensive. Like saying to someone with COVID that you don't even need the vaccine because you feel absolutely fine. She might have fumbled that date night, if it wasn't for Jesse's arrival.
Turn around! What are you doing?
Are you kidding me? You're supposed to be on patrol.
There's a blizzard outside.
Is that weed?
Why are you here?
People are counting on you, you get that? What we do matters.
Well, then why aren't you at the fucking lookout?
Because Tommy and Joel didn't show up.
What do you mean?
We waited for them for an hour. I was looking for their horses when I saw lights.
Maybe they just went back to town. Without being replaced? No way. How much of their region have you covered?
Not much.
Then we split up. Go at it from different sides, and we can cover the whole thing in a few hours.
I don't like you riding solo. We don't know what's out there.
Exactly. What if they need help?
That look on Ellie's face perfectly conveys how it feels hearing that one of your loved ones might be in danger. You can tell it instantly makes her feel sick, and you can see her mind racing as she walks away. She has spent 2 years completely estranged from Joel with zero contact, and it hasn't even been a full 24 hours since she decided to try and repair their relationship. Imagine the guilt she would feel if the first conversation she had with Joel in 2 years would also be their last.
Joel! Tommy! Shit.
Where is that coming from?
Pin her down!
Get off me!
Get her hand!
Get the fuck off me!
You got her! Look, you got her! Okay?
You're gonna fucking die! Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't do this. Joel, please get up. No! Fucking kill you!
The emptiness is just as palpable as the shock on her face. She's probably not even thinking straight. There are those times after a traumatic event or high-intensity situation where your mind turns to mush and it feels like time passes differently. Ellie probably doesn't even remember the first 24 hours after Joel was killed. At least Tommy is okay. He brings her food and they're both so clearly empty, angry and confused.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
That's a valid point.
If it were you or me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
No, he wouldn't.
He absolutely fucking would be.
Well, we don't even know for certain that they're from Seattle.
Washington Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those patches.
What if they stole those jackets?
That's...
What if the WLF moved?
What are you doing?
With hindsight, it's so obvious that Tommy is trying to get Ellie to stay at home in Jackson because he's already made up his mind about leaving.
You have no idea what you're walking into. You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
He wants to go hunt this group down and kill them all himself because he, like Ellie, isn't thinking about his own well-being. It's clear in this moment that he realizes he can't stop her, and after their short-lived hug, he probably left for Seattle straight away. Traumatic situations can make us all act like fools. I know I did. Post-traumatic stress disorder is like being perpetually trapped in that first 24 hours after the event with no escape. It feels like every day you wake up, it was only yesterday, no matter how many days, weeks, years it's been. The first 48 hours after Joel dies, Ellie moves so slow and speaks so softly, like a frail old lady. It's that kind of depressive fragility where it feels like the wind goes through you and your bones feel like they could crumble at any moment. Like I said before about her probably not even remembering the first 24 hours, it feels like we as the audience don't even get a chance to breathe or mourn. Before we can even process it, Joel is in the ground, with a memorial outside his house. And fittingly, the last thing we see of Joel is the only thing Ellie can picture right now. If this is the last memory you have of the person you love most, I'd bet you'd go for revenge without a second thought about your own safety or even those around you. She's quite brave here, to willingly face her grief alone by walking through Joel's house so soon.
Hey. What do you need? I can go get it.
I want to do it.
Okay.
I'm okay. Come on.
And if you've ever been through it, you know what it's like to walk through someone's house after they're gone. The undone chores, the unfinished projects, the half-read book on space. Nothing encapsulates a person's personality more than their own home. It's like a sneak peek into all of their favourite things, like living in their shoes for a moment. Joel loved to carve with wood. He got quite good at it. He loved playing guitar and fixing up ones that he found out on his travels. And he loved coffee and sitting out on the porch. And this is how I imagine he wanted to be remembered. Not as a ruthless survivor, but as a dad who loved his little hobbies and watching movies with his daughter. Naughty Dog perfectly conveyed grief through this entire game, but walking through Joel's house really hits home how empty it feels without him there.
Ellie, can you come down here?
Everything okay?
Yeah, just come on down.
Maria, I'm headed to Seattle. I wish I could let it go, but I can't. I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up. Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy. He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse. Grab some ammo, too.
Thank you, Maria.
Just, do me a favor and bring my dumbass husband home in one piece, please.
Of course.
So, it's off to Seattle, with Dina in tow, to go find Tommy and bring him back. Well, that's the story Ellie's telling Maria, at least. Their first day in Seattle really is the calm before the storm. Exploring downtown is one of the most peaceful and serene parts of both games, and one of the most peaceful of any game I've ever played, precisely because of the juxtaposition of the windswept, overgrown streets compared to the horrors beneath them and lurking inside the buildings. This peaceful, quiet ride through Seattle's downtown is not only time for the player to unwind after Joel's death, but for Ellie and Dina too. It's a time to crack jokes if you can manage a smile. It's a time for small talk to take your mind off of the empty pit in your stomach, and a time to reminisce about brighter days.
You should have kissed me then. I wanted to.
Me too.
Music is one of Ellie's escapes from the violent world that she calls home. It connected her with Joel when he was at his most gentle, and it brought her and Dina together. She also reveals that she's been writing her own music. Just playing old songs has brought so much light into Ellie's life already, and you can imagine that being a musician in such a warm community like Jackson probably makes you quite popular, and probably more than an introvert like Ellie can handle. Introverts and Free Human Connection, youtube.com/RubenJ, like and subscribe, hit the bell! Anyway, the abandoned music shops and theatres with all forgotten guitars probably feel like a godsend for Ellie and Dina when they stumble across them. A little piece of home. If we're talking purely on a writing sense here, guitars have an almost spiritual connection with The Last of Us Part 2's narrative. They appear precisely when they're needed, like Gandalf.
A wizard?
Just when Ellie would need a bonding moment, reflection or escapism through music. There's a guitar, resting in perfect condition. And you have to remember, if it's not a brand new guitar made by a post-apocalyptic survivor, the only guitars you're finding out there are at least 25 years old. I think that spiritual connection is so apparent when, no matter how old and damp, or overgrown and dilapidated, as if the nature that has been reclaiming the earth has avoided digging its roots into these old guitar cases and allowed them to survive in such pristine condition. It's a gift in the metaphorical sense, but in a literal sense too. Nature is thriving now that humans were all but wiped out, but perhaps nature itself has allowed humanity to preserve the very thing that brought us together thousands of years ago, when our ancestors were first building a community in the mud and the caves. Art, stories and music. But a world that's reverted back to a hunter-gatherer and survival way of life isn't just peace and serenity free from the sound of traffic. It's also dog-eat-dog in this lawless land. Because for every calm, there's a storm.
Tommy did this.
This? No way.
It was definitely him. He's one of the ones that killed Joel.
They thought they were on the wolf's scent, but instead they're just smelling the flesh and tasting the metal in the air.
Shit. There's another one over here.
The calm could only last so long before the grief and trauma take over and remind you who's really in control.
I don't recognize him. He was using them against each other.
How?
Joel told me about this. You ask this guy a question, but you don't make him say it, you make him write it down. And then you ask this guy, And if the facts match, we're telling the truth. If not...
You fuck him up?
Yeah.
This is Tommy's handiwork, but it's Joel's technique. The soul of Joel's violent past haunts this very room, and like a devil on her shoulder, whispers into Ellie's ear ideas of revenge and cruelty. What's the best way to make them suffer? What new ways could you make them afraid? Make them feel what you felt? They deserve it. It's not over till they've walked in your shoes and felt your pain.
I know you said Tommy had a rough past, but fuck.
I know. Are you okay?
It wasn't pretty.
I don't want you to think bad of Tommy.
Ellie, if I had my sister's killers tied to a chair, I'd do worse.
I hear you.
Get the other! Don't lose her! Go!
Didn't think I'd ever see you again. How'd you find us?
I asked about a dude with a bitch scar across his face.
It's funny.
So here are the wolves, and here's Jordan, one of the crew who made the trek to Jackson to torture and kill Joel. Ellie keeps her cool here. She's intimidating and fierce, but I can only imagine the horrific visions that flashed through her head when she saw his face. It's becoming real now. The WLF are in Seattle, and one of the ghosts of her trauma has reared his scarred face. And this face could be the last she ever sees. Her first encounter with the people she's hunting left her horse dead, Dina missing, and Ellie at gunpoint.
We gotta get her to Isaac. We gotta tell him exactly what's going on.
Yeah, well, I just got off the radio with Isaac. And we got a new mandate. Kill all trespassers.
Oh, hold up. That doesn't make any sense.
Direct order, man.
No, let's talk to her. Let's figure out what she knows.
I don't give a fuck what she knows. You saw what she did to the others?
You have no idea how many people she might be with. This might be an ambush,
I don't care
Mike.
how many people she's with. We will find them and we'll kill them.
Can you just think for yourself for a quick
Jordan,
second
get the
right
fuck
now?
out of
Can
my
you...
way.
So that's another one down. Each one tortured. Every jugular slashed is one step closer to her. Ellie's descent through the layers of hell has begun.
Ellie. We should go. Somebody would have heard the gunshots. Jordan. Isaac's got us posted up on a 2-week at the TV station. Scars spotted in the area. Here's something to hold you over, Leah.
TV station.
You think she's still there?
I gotta find out, right?
They approach another one of their destinations and come across more dead wolves. Is this Tommy's handiwork again? Or somebody else's?
Holy.
This is definitely not Tommy.
Who the fuck did this?
I don't know. But it's a message.
Something else is at work here. This isn't just a hostile occupying force. Something else is lurking in the shadows with a taste for wolf blood.
That's her. Leah.
You sure?
Yes.
Guess the universe really wanted her dead, huh? something on her.
This is 2. Do you copy? 6. Acknowledge. Over.
Dina. It's all of them.
Hey, wait. That's near Jackson.
Look at their fucking smiles. That's her. That's the one who killed him.
The sight of Abby sinks Ellie's stomach. You can see it on her face and hear it in her words. She's hiding a darkness inside that runs deeper than we originally thought.
She's dead. How do you feel?
I'm pissed we couldn't talk to her.
Yeah. But she didn't hurt Joel. It would have been pretty fucked up to make her talk.
She traveled hundreds of miles to torture him. I don't care whether she held the club or not.
I get it.
Luckily, Ellie has Dina to anchor her and keep her grounded so she doesn't veer too far off course. With Dina around, she won't fall over the edge of the abyss, at least for now. Their descent into hell is even more apparent as they're driven into the tunnels. Bathed in that harsh red light of the flares, and they're introduced to a new type of infected.
I got you! I got you!
It's becoming clear that Ellie is not welcome in Seattle.
I think I see a way through, but we got spores. Put your mask on.
Do I have to? It's just us.
What if we run into someone?
Okay, fine.
You gotta be smart about this. You stop wearing that mask, kiddo, and eventually you're gonna slip up in front of someone you shouldn't.
I've never slipped.
You ain't told nobody new, have you? Not Jesse or Dina or...
Of course not.
Okay, good.
Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share mine. No! Don't take it! Stop! Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop! What? No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go. Dina! On your feet.
We're good. Come on. You want to tell me what's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened. Can you say something?
Ellie. I think I'm pregnant.
What?
Don't worry, it's not yours.
How long have you known?
I was late a few weeks ago.
A few weeks? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
Like we've seen, Ellie isn't the best at heat-of-the-moment arguments. It comes off as she didn't think before she spoke, but this runs a little deeper. It seems that Ellie has been hiding her obsession until now, or perhaps she didn't even know how much her lust for blood is controlling her. Either way, it's begun, and there's no going back now. For now, Ellie's trauma and anger is giving her an immense drive to keep pushing on, far past what she should be capable of, and what newly pregnant Dina can handle. When Ellie said that Dina was a burden, I think she genuinely did mean it. What's flashing through her head now are visions of her leaving Seattle empty-handed, as it were. The official story is that Ellie's here to find Tommy and bring him home, but as we come to realise, her main objective is to make them all suffer. To beat them, like they beat Joel. She will burn the city down to get to Abby. And like I said before, this is probably what she sees when she closes her eyes. She's not thinking about anything but ridding her mind of those visions. Maybe if she tortures and kills enough people, it'll make it go away.
Wow. Joel, you'd love watching a movie in this place. Spooky. No way.
Another guitar, resting in perfect condition. A time to reflect. It's been a long day. Let's talk for a minute about Pearl Jam's future days. Of course, it's the song Joel played for Ellie when he brought her the guitar, and the song she was learning on her birthday. So obviously it links her back to Joel and happier times. I was saying before that Ellie's connection with music is how she grounds herself and brings her back to earth when she's feeling lost. But those lyrics, "If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself," have taken on a whole new meaning. When Joel sang it, it felt like a love letter. A father saying how much he loves his daughter and how he'd be nothing without her in his life. It's obviously why he chose the song. He wanted it to be a beautiful moment with a message, something he couldn't exactly put into words just through conversation. We know that Joel wasn't the best at emotion, so he decided to express himself through music. But now, with Ellie alone and her only enduring connection with Joel being that song, it seems that fate has played a nasty little trick on her and poisoned her only escapism. She lost him, and now she'll lose herself. The next day, it's time for morning sickness and apologies. And for a moment in Dina's company, Ellie's shoulders drop, and she breathes a little softer for a minute.
Look. Last night was stupid.
Casualties reported at 14. All available units report. Over. This is Site 13, Unit Lima nearby. How many scars you got? Over. Negative on scars. Lone male trespasser. Armed.
Lone male
Over.
trespasser? Tommy, where's 14?
Not 100% sure.
Okay, then guess.
If this is 7, 12's all the way over here. I guess it's somewhere in this neighborhood?
Hillcrest. Okay. Dina?
Yeah. Not good.
With Dina way too sick to leave, Ellie must venture off alone to find Tommy.
Wait. Give me your hand. It's for good luck.
I don't believe in luck.
I do.
Remember what I said about Dina being Ellie's anchor? The one to stop her from going too far? Something tells me that this bracelet won't be a strong enough substitute. Keep the bracelet in mind though, it's gonna come up later. So Ellie heads to Hillcrest in search of the lone male trespasser. She's assuming it's Tommy.
Okay, Hillcrest. Is this the right place? Definitely the right place.
But whoever it is has stirred up a massive fuss up here, warranting truckloads of soldiers and attack dogs. The WLF are closing in on all sides around Ellie. She's only one girl after all, and there are only so many shadows she can slip into when she has entire patrols on the streets out looking for her.
What the hell are you doing here?
I think I'd let you do this on your own.
She doesn't put it across very well, but I think Ellie has never been more relieved to have run into a familiar face in the middle of all this. With Jesse at the theatre, Ellie can trust him to take care of Dina, while all of her focus is now lasered on the hospital in search of Nora, a field medic, and the woman who held Ellie down with a knee in her back.
This girl, Nora, her unit was assigned to this hospital. They were collecting supplies or something.
This hospital?
Yeah. What, you're gonna go now?
Yeah, we have a lead.
Like, at least just wait for Jessie to rest up.
She could be gone by then.
Ellie.
We know her location. Maybe Tommy does too. What?
Nothing.
Good.
I've said that Ellie wasn't welcome in Seattle. Well, on her way to the hospital, it feels like the city itself is trying to stop her multiple times from getting there. Throwing her into infected, into the flooded tunnels of the sewer system. And finally... The ace up Seattle's sleeve is the scars. The faces in the shadows, stringing up WLF soldiers. The military in control of Seattle has been bad enough for Ellie to deal with. But even they are scared of the dark.
Free. Holy shit! No! No!
Jesus.
So through some of the worst the city has to offer, she barely scrapes through, but eventually does approach the hospital, which is currently a WLF stronghold.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up.
Easy. Easy.
You know a girl named Nora?
Sure, yeah.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
So far, none of this has gone to plan. Ellie has surely been having visions and fantasies about what she'll do to one of them when she finally catches one alive. Other than the ones who were already dead, Jordan had her locked up. It almost ended just as it began. And Nora? Well, Ellie was probably hoping for her to beg for her life, to kiss her feet and give away Abby's location.
Abby was here earlier. Where'd she go?
I don't know. You shoot me. The sound will have every soldier come running.
You'll still be dead. Tell me where she went and I'll think about letting you go.
We could have killed you.
Maybe you should have. Or maybe you should have stayed the fuck out of Jackson. Where's Abby?
You still hear his screams?
What?
I hear them every night. Yeah. Yeah, that little bitch got what he deserved.
Fucking...
So you can imagine the blind rage she's sent into when she shows no fear and is willing to die reveling in his death one last time.
Shut the fuck up!
Gun down! Hands up!
Get back!
You have nowhere to go.
Take her out!
Hi, Nora.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Down in the basement, there's nobody to defend Nora anymore. Or nobody to ground Ellie and stop her from going too far. She's beginning to have a particular affinity for violence, especially as she gets older. She talked about Tommy and Joel's dark days of torture and murder without flinching. And now with a motive, Ellie's turning into an unstoppable force, running on hatred and adrenaline. She's becoming cold and calculated, without anything powerful enough to stop her.
You're her.
You Firefly?
There are no fireflies anymore.
She's always wanted to channel that ferocity that Joel had that kept them alive. But as we come to learn, this journey she's going on has and will continue to destroy Ellie's psychological state. No matter how strongly you feel about it, we humans are not mentally wired to hunt people down and torture them. There is only one outcome. You become a shadow of your former self.
Think about what he did. How many people are dead because of him?
Last chance.
I'm not giving up, my friend.
Irrevocably changed. There is a piece of your soul that dies and rots inside you when you do this to someone. That girl is gone, and like the birth of a newborn baby, she leaves the belly of the beast soaked in blood and returns a woman. Joel's death was just the beginning. This city, her quest for revenge, is already taking things from Ellie. If she's not careful, there'll be no soul left to bring home to Jackson when this is over. She's risking completely rotting away from the inside out, consumed by her hatred.
I made her talk. Hey. It's okay. I don't want to lose you.
As the sun rises in the third day in Seattle, it dawns on Jesse what's really going on with Dina.
She had a rough night. Barely could get her to keep water down.
You should have woken me up.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah?
I get why you came out here. But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know. But I can't just leave Tommy.
They both agreed to search for Tommy one last time before packing up and leaving for home. This, after all, is no place for a pregnant woman. But unfortunately, Ellie can't hold on a word right now, because her mind is still fixed on Abby.
We can get to the marina through here.
No, we're taking a boat.
You heard them, right? They're talking about Tommy.
We don't know that.
Who else is it gonna be?
If it is him, he'll be gone by the time we get there. Abby is where he'll be headed, so if we just
What if he's in trouble?
He can take care of himself.
Jesus Christ.
The best way to help Tommy is to go after Abby. You do this, I'm not saving your ass again.
I really hope you make it.
So she abandons Jesse to recklessly throw herself into the storm. Her family's safety, her own safety, is completely irrelevant now. If this brewing storm is to swallow her whole, then so be it. But if she's going to hell, she's dragging Abby down with her. Much like before, the city is trying to stop her from getting there. The flooded streets of Seattle have turned whole neighborhoods into thundering rapids. But luckily, Ellie doesn't have to deal with that many WLF. The upcoming final battle of the Wolves and the Scars has left only small patrols roaming around. Like the clearing of the street at noon for their duel. It's just Ellie and Abby now. Their final showdown. This is, in my opinion, the darkest part of the entire game. Ellie is this unstoppable yet unrecognizable shadow of her former self, methodically maneuvering the streets and the ocean. These small skirmishes are like child's play. She's dancing through the crossfire of a war like nothing she's ever seen, and she waltzes through like she's invincible. She should have died so many times already, but pure hatred is keeping her alive. She has an obsession, a seething, dark obsession. And the first time I ever sat through this section, I vividly remember how utterly depressing this change of character is. She is, at least in this moment, Ellie in name only. Her environment has reflected her mental state the entire time. As she got angrier, the city got angrier. As her soul started to darken, so did the skies. And nature, the city, fate, whatever you want to call it, has tried and failed to stop Ellie time and time again from getting to that bloody aquarium. And she's abandoned her family. Jesse needed her, Tommy needed her, Dina needed her, Joel needed her. They beat him to death in front of her. Fuck the community. Ellie's community had a golf club driven into its skull. Killing Abby might not bring her any comfort. I think she knows that it won't, but something, anything has to stop that damn noise. So fate reaches out and extends its hand one last time and offers her mercy. For Ellie's own sake, it might have been better if she'd have drowned. She'd finally be free. But no. She's too damn stubborn.
Oh god.
This is no longer excusable through grief. She has made the decision to make her bed, and now she'll sleep in it. That is, if she'll ever sleep again after this. She has finally gone too far. I don't think anyone could argue by this point that she's different from the crew that came to hunt Joel down. She's now hunting them down. You can guarantee she will now be hunted down after this. The finality of death just resets the cycle. There has to be a limit, a line you avoid crossing to send the message that you want this to end just as much as everyone else. You walk through those doors, and that line is crossed.
People don't come back from that island.
How many times has Abby risked her life for you?
She chose this. I'm not fucking going there.
Then don't! Go back.
Fuck you, Owen. Hands up.
So, she rushes in with no plan and tries to channel Joel when she's outnumbered. But Ellie's 3 days of luck has run dry.
Fucking Christ! Tell me where Abby is. Where the fuck is she?
Whoa. Hey.
Ellie obviously didn't know that Mel was pregnant, but she is still to blame for her death. She could have turned back. She should have turned back. But it's too late. The stopwatch has reset, and it's time for another lap in this endless cycle of the bereaved seeking revenge.
By the time we get there, this whole area will be thawed. Where are you going?
Needed some air. What are you guys doing up?
Couldn't sleep.
Come take a look at this. Thought is to head home via Ellensburg.
If we're in Falls City by tomorrow, we're doing good. Hey. They got what they deserved.
But she gets to live.
Yeah. Is that okay?
It has to be.
It's clear that Ellie is compromising against her will here. She loves Dina, clearly. But if given the choice, I think Ellie would go straight back into that storm to find Abby. Perhaps she'd send the other three home without her. She's calmed down, but she is still not thinking straight. The quiet gathering on the stage is so realistic. If you've ever been through a high-intensity situation with a group of people, there's always that slightly awkward downtime afterwards when everyone's energy drops and you all resort to small talk to fill the silence. I've had these meetings more than enough times. A group of exhausted people who have a little too much residual adrenaline to properly rest. But unfortunately, this family can't have a cup of tea and go to bed. Your actions, no matter how righteous you feel, have consequences.
How you doing?
Fine.
Ellie?
Fine. Thanks for coming back for me.
My friend's problems are my problems.
You're such a sap.
All right, how about, my friends can't get out of their own damn way?
It's better. Shit!
Jesse, stand up! Hands in the air, I shoot this one too.
Don't you do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up! Now!
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up! Fuck. All right? Stop! Stop!
Toss your weapon.
Toss your weapon! Fuck.
No.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go.
You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
Okay, let's pause. This is where it gets complicated. If you know this story, you'll know that I've hoodwinked you a little. Twice, actually. At the beginning of the game, you play as Abby in search of Joel for a little while. And we get to see how he got there at the lodge and how she got the upper hand. Abby then disappears until this very moment. Then it cuts to black, rewinds back to the day Joel and Ellie arrived at the Firefly Hospital. And it turns out that Abby's dad was the surgeon who was going to operate on Ellie, the only living man qualified enough to create a vaccine. So, you can imagine that when Joel drove a scalpel into his throat, Abby would want to go after him.
The fucking building? Abby.
No!
Abby, don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! No!
We then see Joel's death from her perspective, and she so clearly doesn't feel anything after killing him. It only makes her nightmares worse, and starts the cycle all over again.
Please get up!
Ellie and Tommy hunt down her friends and kill them, destroying Abby's life, and then it starts again. Abby comes to the theatre and kills Jesse, and it starts again. The cycle of violence and revenge is doing nothing but destroying their lives. There has to be an ending. After we get this added context, we play the 3 days again as Abby, learning about her. But that is for another time. Keep an eye out for the companion video I have coming out about Abby's story, In the Belly of the Beast. This video is focused on Ellie, and looking at the story from her perspective. Which brings me to the other thing that I hoodwinked you on. If you've played it, you know that the story is told out of order. Guitar flashback, waking up, Joel's death, go to Seattle. Shit hits the fan, then right here, birthday flashback. I wanted to flip this on its head and tell it chronologically, because these flashbacks give us, the player, a break from the stress and get to walk around with Joel again. But Ellie doesn't get to have those moments of peace. Once he's gone, he's gone. And I hope Joel being absent from the second half really hammered home how empty and dark Ellie's life became after he was killed. But anyway, it's not over yet. Somebody has to end this cycle. All it's bringing is pain and unnecessary death. This quest is causing Ellie's mental state to collapse in on itself. And if she's not careful, it'll end up sucking everyone in with it.
She had nothing to do with this. She's pregnant. Good. Abby.
Don't ever let me see you again. Come on.
Hey, buddy. What's wrong? I got you. Yeah, it's okay. We're good.
She's come a long way, our Ellie. She's a mama now, and it feels like for a while that she might be doing okay. She's watching the sun set on her picturesque life with Dina. Even in the apocalypse, she's living the dream. She has a family now and a beautiful home with peace and quiet. Sure, she's not in the walls of Jackson, but she's close by. A healthy distance from her old life, but close to family. The ending she dreamt of. And the one she deserves.
Hey, how'd you get out? Come on, little dude. Alright, come on, little guy. Do you want to eat?
Was it ever really over? Remember what I said earlier about PTSD is being like living every day as if it was only yesterday? Time passes, but without stitching the wound, it stays open. It won't heal.
I don't know what... spring and...
It's okay.
It's becoming clear that Joel's death, her own actions in Seattle, are unfinished business.
Oh, man.
The fire has died down, but the embers are still hot. She can smell smoke, but she doesn't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
She goes to sleep in a soft bed, but she wakes up on the tiles. Pieces of her soul are left scattered. No wonder her brain can't switch off the adrenaline. Part of her is still left in the basement of the hospital. Part of her is still on the floor at the lodge. This puzzle is missing its pieces, and now guilt has come to eat away at her.
Ow. Well, that's quite a grip you got there.
Hey, Tommy.
There you are.
Here, we take him. Come here, bud. Oh, yeah. Go. Here.
Oh, I got it.
Hey. It's good to see you.
You too. He's getting heavy.
No, just a big ball of muscle.
Town's good? Maria good?
Oh, she's fine. We're taking some time apart.
Sorry.
Nah. We talked about it a lot, and yeah, it's what we both want, so. Okay. Come sit. So I've been putting out feelers for months now. And this new guy heard my story. He told me about a woman that he traded with while he was moving through California. Described her as built like an ox, traveling with a kid with scars across his face. He said they're living along this coast in a beach sailboat right here. That's gotta be her.
And there it is. That's the look. She feels responsible for everyone's suffering. Tommy's missing an eye and still struggles to walk properly. Every time she looks at him, she sees what she fears becoming. Tommy's guilt-tripping of Ellie here has sent her back in time, staring at the blood dripping off the end of a golf club. Okay, first of all, there's a chance that Tommy could learn to properly walk again and live a relatively normal life. But trauma and depression is eating away at him too. He is self-destructing, and his life is clearly falling apart. His wife has taken time away from him, and now he truly feels like he has nothing. He's just alone and angry.
Reckon it's easy. Forget about her. You sitting all comfy way out here?
Hey.
I'll make her pay.
Tommy.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
What a joke.
Can you take him, please?
Yeah. Here. I got you.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
Maybe, just maybe, torturing and killing one more person might make it better. If she tracks down Abby and murders her, then it'll solve all of her problems, and then she and Tommy will be free from the trauma of torturing and killing people after watching people get tortured and killed. Abby broke the cycle through Lev's interference and went on to live happier. At least for a while, we'll get to that. But do you see what I'm getting at? I know it's a cliche, but violence actually doesn't solve anything. At least in this context. It just makes people angrier and seeking revenge. One of the either sides needs to change the status quo or it will never end. Here's an example. You've got two sides. A fringe group from one side commits a horrific act of violence against the other. The attacked side responds with violence. Okay, that seems natural. But then they keep going and going, vowing to wipe out everyone on that side, no matter who they are, or how old, or if they have any connection to the group that quote-unquote started it or not. You kind of start to look like the bad guy no matter how justified you feel. This is a level of clarity, unfortunately, Ellie hasn't reached yet. And Dina, who is fully aware of the endless abyss that constant chasing of revenge sends people down, pleads with Ellie one last time.
You don't owe Tommy anything.
I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm not like you, Dina.
What? You think this is easy? For you and for him, I deal with it.
I love you.
Prove it. Stay. So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long, just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel. Hey, stop. Hey, come on. We've got a family. She doesn't get to be more important than that. I'm not gonna do this again.
That's up to you.
She abandons her own son because she just can't see reason. So, it's off once again to chase down Abby. History was not learnt from, and thus repeats. The road of self-discovery now leads to California. Now obviously, I'm not minimizing trauma here, but you have to consider Dina's too. Think about how she must feel seeing Jesse's face every day while raising JJ. And that name isn't a coincidence either. JJ, Joel, Jesse. Their memory lives on within him, and through raising a son, Dina was able to channel the memories of the horrible shit she's gone through into raising him. Dina's therapy was being a mother, it seems. But Ellie's mental health is much more complex, and clearly she's more self-destructive and volatile. Everyone's different. When I was growing up, the tiniest things would make me emotional or even depressed. I was known for having a terrible attendance at school, and it's because I couldn't handle the social aspect, and sometimes I'd get depressed and self-destruct. I'm still working on it today. My girlfriend has been through more than her fair share of shit in her life, and it baffles me sometimes how she wakes up every day and soldiers on like an absolute warrior. If I went through half of the daily stress that she goes through, I'd have imploded. She is my Dina, inspiring me to be resilient every day. Anyway, Ellie is too deep into her depression and PTSD to think clearly right now, so we unfortunately have to see this through to the end. And if you thought Seattle didn't want her there, Santa Barbara is a whole new level of hostile.
Abby.
This is Ellie at her most obsessive. It's gone to the point where she's hallucinating Abby. Well, she's currently bleeding out upside down, probably with sunstroke, but still. She's a ruthless force of nature now. Talk about the indomitable human spirit, driven by anger and running on fumes. Physically, I can't imagine how she's feeling. She must have the worst fucking headache. Ellie is looked out once again and running to a lovely group of people.
Really, man? I mean, is she even worth the trip back? It's not like...
Hey, get you? No. I'm good. Something funny?
Looks like you shit your pants.
Fuck you say?
You little bitch.
This area of California is run by the Rattlers, a group of slavers. How lovely.
Wait, you said Abby. You're looking for an Abby, right? We picked one up a couple months ago.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, big girl. Blonde, arms like mine. She had a scrawny kid with cuts by his mouth. Yeah, that's her. You let me go. I'll tell you where she is. You can get to her before that infection takes over.
After fighting through one of the most rancid groups she's ever come across, she eventually shoots, stabs, beats and bleeds her way through to the holding cells.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit.
Keep back.
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me.
Hey. Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on.
Something has got to give. If Ellie doesn't reach a conclusion soon, she's going to lose her fucking mind. As Ellie approaches the pillars, I think the first of the foundations are starting to crack. For over a year now, she's been fantasizing about finally catching up with Abby. But every time she does, she's reminded that Abby is human too. In the theatre, Abby fucked everyone up, but decided to show mercy in the end. That look that Lev gave her made her realise that getting revenge for Owen, Mel, everyone else would just make it worse. Speaking of Abby fucking everyone up in that confrontation, look at Ellie. She could drop dead at any moment. Malnourished, injured and sunburnt. And she was fully expecting to see this woman. And if she did, Abby probably would have killed her without second thought or any hassle. Which brings us to the question of whether this could be considered kind of like suicide. On the metaphorical sense, it is a suicide mission. And yes, of course, she said that she didn't plan on dying. But I think deep down she was fully aware that her chances of survival are beyond slim. And she went anyway. And every hurdle that should have stopped her or made her turn around just made her more determined. My personal opinion is that at this very moment, she probably thinks that she won't see the next day, but her hatred has her confronting her anyway. And I think secretly, a part of Ellie wanted to die alongside Abby on that beach. But then of course, she sees her, and she sees what's become of her. Her and Tommy killed all of her friends, took everything from her, and now look. Another crack in the foundation. It's starting to dawn on Ellie that Abby might have had enough punishment. We also know through Abby's story that becoming a surrogate mother of sorts to Lev helped her face her own trauma and stop the nightmares. Kind of reminds me of someone we know.
Abby. I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
Through becoming Ellie's father figure, Joel could finally move on. Does that excuse the things that he did? No, but he was at peace. Dina became a mother, and she was at peace. And Abby, at least before she was captured, was at peace. But Ellie's trauma runs deeper. It is woven into her soul. Their final showdown is almost like a ritual. Abby doesn't want to fight. I think a part of Ellie doesn't want to either. But she just can't physically think of anything else to do. It's why the scene feels so wrong. It's why it hurts to land every blow. She's just fighting for the sake of fighting. But this isn't some primal contest of who's stronger. There is no winner here. What is the point anymore of holding on?
No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will. He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay.
Throughout this story, Ellie's self-discovery and moments of learning have come through losing something. She lost Joel. Then, like the song prophesied, she lost herself. Parts of her soul started to rot away, and until now, she almost has nothing left of who she once was. Except for two things: her connection to Joel through music, and her knife. That switchblade was a gift from her mother, and it's synonymous with The Last of Us and specifically with Ellie as a character. Anna gave Ellie a gift to protect herself, because she couldn't anymore as a mother. But Anna gave her another gift too, perhaps the most important birthday present in the history of the entire world: her immunity. Ellie's mother was bitten while in labour with Ellie. And through that process, whether it be microdosing or specifically because she was in the womb, Ellie was born not being able to be infected, which arguably makes her the most important person on Earth. Perhaps there's another universe out there where Ellie leaves with Abby to meet these fireflies and gets another shot at making a vaccine. But unfortunately, that's not the one we're in, and Ellie still has some growing to do. Ellie's been using her gifts for her own selfish desires. She has an affinity for violence now, instead of just using it as a means for self-defense. And her immunity is making her feel invincible. And if this story has taught us anything, Ellie has to lose things to learn things. The two things that connected her to her old life are gone. Right here, without knowing it, Abby has started Ellie's healing journey in motion. She is a blank slate now, and she's unlocked an old memory. She can see Joel's face again.
No. Just take him.
So, it's finally over. She's finally free. Only in the darkest of hours could she really see the light. It took almost losing everything to teach her what really mattered. And yes, Dina is gone. She probably went to stay with Jesse's family, as her home was incomplete without Ellie there. But I don't think that's the last we've seen of Dina. Or perhaps the last Ellie did either. She is wearing her bracelet after all. I'd like to think Ellie and Dina made up. She'd definitely be relieved to see her alive, and no living person knows Ellie better. I think she probably knew that deep down she would have to let Ellie go down into that abyss to really find herself. And also, yes, Ellie's ability to play guitar has gone. At least to play Future Days. But perhaps that's for the best. Living in the past got Ellie into this mess. And now she can finally see clearly and remember what really mattered. That being the fact that her and Joel reconciled in the end. It's revealed throughout the game that Ellie was struggling to see him as anything other than his bloody corpse. She couldn't even draw him right in her journal. And now at the end, she can draw him again. Through facing her trauma, she can finally see his face, and most importantly, see him happy. And maybe, see herself happy in the future. So here we are at the end. She's left everything behind and walks off into a new life. Where is she going? Well, we don't really know. Perhaps she doesn't either. But what I do know is that she is no longer a shadow of her former self. Because if you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Thank you if you made it this far. It's been quite a ride. I've alluded this entire time that I saw myself in Ellie. But what did I mean? Well, I won't get into my own relationship with trauma too much. But one thing I can say is that for a long time, I'd use these labels of PTSD, depression and anxiety as labels that I could use to excuse inexcusable behaviour. I used my anger and resentment about having gone through trauma as an excuse to self-destruct and treat people like shit. I saw myself as a blameless victim and became angry, aggressive and horrible. For a long time, I was really struggling with aggressive outbursts, and I ended up really becoming an awful person. A shadow, if you will, of my former self. And through going to some of the darkest of places, I was able to truly reflect on who I was becoming and how I pushed everyone away. I hope that you can tell that I'm okay. Well, physically I'm not, I have the flu or something. But mentally I'm okay. I'm trying to treat people better and learn from people. And I have some great role models and people around me to keep me afloat. And I have you. This channel, if you can't tell, is like a form of therapy to me. I get to rant about things that I love and how it personally connects with me. But this story isn't over. This is just part 1 of a 3-part series about my life and characters that I related to. But for now, thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for part 2, coming somewhat soon. And if you want to know what the next one is about, or get some behind the scenes stuff, consider checking out my Patreon. The folks there are some of the kindest people in the world, and they're literally helping me buy food and make these videos. So thank you to my Patreons, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Potato, potato, my little baby potato. My potato, my potato, my little buddy potato. What a big boy. Yeah, that's my buddy.